Everyone, this is Yasir Azam, your teacher at LPS. Today I am going to make one concept very clear to you people, and that concept is regarding human digestive system. We are reading or we are studying this chapter since class 3rd or 4th and 5th, but now we will understand this chapter in very simple way, and we will understand what process basically happening within our body and how we are able to digest this food. This is possible with the help of various enzymes, and along with that enzyme some machineries of our body. Let us see how. Whatever food we take in our mouth, that process of taking in food is called ingestion. After taking that food, that is break down by our teeth and mixed by the tongue into the mouth. You can see here how the teeth and tongue are playing role in mechanical breakdown of the food. This mechanical breakdown of the food is also helped by salivary gland, because salivary gland produces saliva which makes this food soft, and after getting soft it passes from mouth to stomach, but it is not directly passing from mouth to stomach. It's not jumping, it's going through a passage, and that passage is called as food pipe or esophagus, which connects your back portion or pharynx with your stomach. You can see in this particular module as well. You can see it is his teeth. These teeth will help in chewing of the food. Along with that teeth, the tongue and the saliva will play a role in softening of the food, and then that food will be passed to the stomach with the help of a food pipe that is called esophagus. Now, in our mouth, the saliva produced was breaking down starch. Okay, that basically breaks down the starch. Other than that, no digestion occurs in our mouth. Simple mechanical breakdown of food takes place. And in esophagus also there is no digestion. Esophagus have mucus lining which creates a friction-free, a frictionless movement of the bolus or the food which we have taken from mouth to the stomach. Now, as the food reached to the stomach, what will happen in the stomach? What kind of shape it has? Stomach has a J-shaped structure. Again, you can see this module. This J-shaped structure, it is called as a stomach. This is a bag-like structure in which various enzymes are, secreted in the form of gastric juices. Not only the enzymes, we can say mechanical as well as chemical digestion takes place in the stomach. Stomach produces gastric juices including HCl. This HCl helps in breakdown of the proteins. Not only proteins, they are very, very strong acids, so they kill the microbes also which we have taken in along with the food. But if they are so strong that they can kill the microbes, why they are not affecting our stomach? There must be some logic behind that and reason as well. The logic is the need of HCl is to kill the microbes which are coming along with the food, and how we are protecting our body, how the stomach is protected from that strong HCl is with the help of mucus lining. The stomach is surrounded by thick mucus lining which do not allow the HCl to damage the stomach lining. Once this food is mixed properly, churned properly, the stomach sends this food, the semi-digested food I can say, to the small intestine. Now once it reaches to the small intestine, various digestive enzyme or juices secreted from different glands mixed with that particular food. The largest gland in our body is liver. You can see there is liver above the stomach. This liver secretes bile juice which helps in the breakdown of fat. That bile juice is stored in another gland called as gallbladder, where it is stored and it is released into the small intestine time to time when needed for digestion. Thereby the digestion, most of the digestion takes place in the small intestine. And one thing, the mouth, the opening portion of our alimentary canal is mouth, and total length of alimentary canal in an adult human being is approx 9 meter long, of which 7 to 7.5 meter long small intestine. Now, small intestine, the digestive juices are added in food which is semi-digested. Now, these juices will help the more and more breakdown of the food, and then the digested food will reach towards the undigested food will reach towards the large intestine. What will happen there? In large intestine there will be absorption of water, and the undigested food will send to the rectum and it will be thrown out of our body. What are the steps of human digestive system? I have not told you initially, I am telling you right now so that you can correlate it whatever we have studied. The taking in food was ingestion, and when it was broken down into simpler part, it is digestion, and when we are deriving the, we are absorbing the food, it is absorption, and once it is absorbed, it is, converted into energy form. The digested food gives energy to each and every cell, that is assimilation. And the last part, the undigested food is thrown out of the body, and that process is called as egestion. That contains undigested food. This is a simple way to understand how human digestive system works, and I believe you must have understood there are two ways, mechanical and chemical. Mechanical means breakdown of the food mechanically by chewing through our teeth, by peristalsis movement shown by esophagus. What is peristalsis movement? It is contraction and relaxation of alimentary canal that leads the forward movement of the food, and the largest, widest part of the alimentary canal is your stomach. This is basics about human digestive system. I believe you must have understood it. Thanks for watching the video.